The Secrets of Muş Ovası. Elif stepped off the bus and immediately felt the air change. Her cousin, Murat, waved excitedly. "Welcome to Muş," he shouted. Elif looked around. The sky was enormous, and everything seemed to stretch forever. "It's so flat and wide," she observed. Murat grinned. "That's the Muş Plain, or Muş Ovası. It's one of the biggest plains in Turkey. We have so much to show you." "First stop," Murat announced, "is the highest point we can see, Muş Kalesi, the castle." They hiked up the ancient stones. "Muş is very, very old," Murat explained. "Because we sit right on this huge plain, travelers and empires have passed through for thousands of years. The castle helped protect us and watch over the plains." After seeing the castle, they looked far out past the plain toward the mountains. "Those are Mount Bingal," Murat said, pointing to peaks still capped with snow even in summer. "They stand over 3,000 meters high. We can drive there tomorrow and hike a bit. The air is so cool and crisp up high." The next day, they drove high up. "Now for a secret," Elif whispered as they walked toward a dark opening. They had reached the famous ice caves, Buz Mağaraları. Inside, even with the summer heat outside, large sheets of ice shimmered blue and white. "It's nature's refrigerator," Elif exclaimed, shivering delightfully. When they returned to the valley, they stopped by a field. The Muş Plain was filled with tall, leafy green plants. "What are these huge things?" Elif asked, tracing the wide leaves. "Sugar beets," Murat replied proudly. "Muş is famous for growing them. We use the plain's fertile soil to grow lots of grains and food for Turkey. It's a massive natural farm." Later that week, they borrowed bikes and cycled toward Lake Hackley. It was a beautiful, calm body of water reflecting the sky perfectly. They spotted migratory birds waiting near the reeds. "It's so peaceful here," Elif murmured, watching a great heron take flight over the water. "This is a great place for bird watching." After their bike ride, they stopped for a traditional Muş lunch near the town square. "You must try our hasek," Murat insisted, a savory dish of meat and grains. They sat under a trellis, sipping hot tea. "We have the best hospitality because so many different people have traveled and settled here over the centuries," Murat explained, stirring his tea. They spent one afternoon exploring the historical architecture downtown. They paused outside the Ulu Mosque, admiring the ancient stonework and the geometric patterns carved into the walls. "It was built hundreds of years ago," Elif whispered, touching the cool, rough stones. "Every pattern tells a story of the people who lived here." "It's hard to imagine all this green covered in snow," Elif remarked, looking across the sunny plain on their last day. Murat nodded. "In winter, Muş turns into a giant snow globe. We have some of the coldest winters, but it makes the mountains look even more dramatic. Lots of tourists come just for the skiing then." Elif hugged Murat goodbye. "Muş wasn't just a place to visit," she said. "It felt like stepping into history, a giant natural garden, and a secret freezer all at once. I'll come back for the snow next time." Murat waved until her bus disappeared, already counting the days until her return.